Okay, guys, so I'm at my mom's house. This is actually my high school bedroom from when I was young. And I came here, my mom gave me this shirt. Let me see if I can show you guys. Hold on. It says a little holy hood. Now, I don't think I'm hood. And when I said that to her, she laughed. For those of you that know me, do you think I'm hood? I don't think I'm hood. I don't even think I get a hood card. I think I get kicked out the hood because I just don't think I'm hood enough. But let me know. I wanted to pop on today because there's a lot of talk about raising your gratitude vibrations, and giving thanks and being grateful. And that's how you change your life is by being grateful. And I noticed when, especially if you're a depressed Christian, and let me know if this resonates with you because this is what I was thinking today. This is what came to me today, why I had to come on and tell you. People are telling you to be grateful. Be grateful for your job. Be grateful for your family. Be grateful for your friends. Be grateful for your church. Be grateful for your car. They give you all these list of things that you can be grateful for. Be grateful for your life. Be grateful for another breath in life. All this stuff. Meanwhile, not realizing the things that they're telling you to be grateful for are very likely those things on the top of the list. They're very likely the things on the top of the list that are triggering you to begin with. So you're trying to raise your grateful vibrations by focusing on the things that are causing you blocks and struggles and anxiety so that you can change your identity to somebody who is grateful with the things you don't have yet and the life you don't have yet. Make it make sense. It doesn't. So here's what I'm going to tell you to do. This is what I did when I was going through my brain fog and I was having to brainwash all the negativity out of my mind so that I could get rid of all those suicidal thoughts that I was having back then. Mind you, this was decades of suicidal thoughts that I used to have. Haven't had them since I've done the work that I tell you guys to do. Um, any depression, anxiety, anything like that, I mean, this is just such great tips that I'm telling you. What I used to do is I would go to my cats and I would say, I'm so grateful for you. I love you so much because I actually love my cats. They're not a trigger for me. They were one thing that wasn't a trigger for me. I love you so much. I'm so grateful that you don't go outside your litter box. I'm so grateful that you don't scratch up my furniture. That's what I would say to my cats because it was true and I could believe it. So I would find the easiest, simplest things that I could give gratitude for that were true, that I didn't feel like I was lying to myself, being grateful for something I wasn't grateful for. And then I would start stacking and compounding those gratitudes with other things. Like, oh, I'm so grateful that it didn't rain while I was loading the car with my groceries. Or I'm so grateful that it didn't rain when I was walking back from the store or whatever the situation was. Something so like small that you would think might be kind of really minor. But when you stack those gratitudes, they start to compound. It'll make it a little easier for your gratitude vibration to widen. And what I mean by that is, let's say you hate your job and you say, well, I can't say I'm grateful for my job because I hate my job. They don't pay me enough. They don't respect me. My coworkers suck, whatever it may be. Well, let's just say you say, I'm so grateful that I have this paycheck because it's money and I can pay some bills. May not be all the bills, may not get you out of debt, but for you to be able to say, I'm grateful for this check because at least I get to pay some bills. I get to buy some groceries or whatever it may be. I'm just grateful for this paycheck. And then before you know it, you could say, man, today was a good day at work. I don't like my job. I don't like what I do, but it was a good day. Smooth, nothing bad happened. So I'm grateful for today was being a smooth day. Later on, man, at least I have this one coworker that we can kind of laugh and joke with and hee haw and key haw and stuff. And then I was saying, like, at least I have some decent customers or, support team members or whatnot that you work with. And then before you know it, you're finding little mini gratitudes in those little trigger points. And those are going to start to compound. And that's where some magic happens. When those start to compound, you're going to feel a lot more gratitude in those areas. And then that's going to help you to do that in the other areas of your life. That's how you build your strength in the gratitude's vibrational area that you're trying to raise. So just think about that. Don't let people tell you to be grateful for things that trigger you because that's annoying. For me, I would be like, I just want to drop kick somebody. I couldn't stand when people would tell me, you should be thankful you have another breath. And at the time, I wasn't. At the time, I was planning to end my life. I wasn't caring about having another breath. So imagine if whatever that trigger is for you, whatever that thing you're dealing with, whatever you're depressed about, if you're depressed about money, if you're depressed about your love life, if you're depressed about your job, you could be depressed about your bills. And then somebody says, be grateful for your car. And then your car's in the shop and they don't realize that you're a paycheck away from losing your car. Like people are really, truly ignorant and it's not on purpose. They're just conditioned to think a certain kind of way. But now that we know that the brain is just so magical and so supernatural, now that we know that the brain is the supernatural gift that God gave us to change our life and change our identity and really make some miracles happen, we don't have to pay attention to the words from the people who are just spewing out watered down content that they hear at church from their pastors or from other places that just say, go jump up and down and go be happy. Make yourself happy. That's trash. Okay. We want some real, tangible, concrete actions for concrete results. So take that information. Don't get triggered by trying to be giving gratitudes for things that trigger you. Start like where I told you. Rewind the video if you have to and do your gratitudes that way. I guarantee you your gratitudes will compound and you will be at a place where you can start feeling, putting a smile on your heart and some genuine happiness behind that smile. So I'll see you next time.